Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we are unpacking a really fascinating story that tackles something literally every single one of us struggles with: managing our time. We're going to explore the incredible power of scheduling through a simple fable. It really reveals why some people just seem to effortlessly succeed, while others are constantly, struggling to keep up. So, does success come down to luck or just a good schedule? It's so easy to look at high achievers and think, wow, the universe just favored them. But today, we're going to unpack exactly how strategic scheduling completely trumps relying on luck. We'll do this by looking at a family from our source story, parents Mohit and Seema, and their twin sons. The dynamic between these two brothers, it perfectly illustrates the absolute necessity of a solid schedule. Part 1. A Tale of Two Twins. Now, what's really interesting about this is that these boys share the exact same starting line in life. Same parents, same home environment. But notice the massive contrast in their core traits. On one hand, we've got Sonu, the proactive planner, and on the other, Monu, the reactive procrastinator. The source story actually treats this almost like a perfect controlled experiment. I mean, they are the same age, they have the exact same resources, but completely different operating systems when it comes to scheduling their days. Part 2. The Sunday Scheduling Divide. This brings us to a critical 24-hour period. Both boys are given the exact same gift: an entire Sunday of free time. The timeline is pretty standard: morning wake up, afternoon free time, and evening when their dad, Mohit, returns. But hovering over this whole timeline is a ticking clock, because Monday brings a major Hindi class test and a really crucial English project deadline. How they schedule these next few hours is going to dictate their entire week. Notice the stark contrast in how they kick off the morning. Sonu wakes up, takes a bath, and immediately starts studying on the couch. He is literally scheduling his hardest task for his most energetic time of day. Pretty smart, right? Meanwhile, Monu heads straight out to play bat and ball, coming back completely drenched in sweat and demanding breakfast from his mom, Seema, before he's even cleaned up. So Sonu is actively managing his energy. Monu is just kind of reacting to his impulses. And then Monu drops this line. He says, "I have the whole day to study. I will take a bath and also study." I mean, how many times have we told ourselves that exact same lie? It's the universal illusion of infinite time. When Seema tells him to bathe and prepare like his brother, Monu totally rationalizes his lack of scheduling. He claims a day off means resting, completely avoiding the reality of those impending Monday deadlines. Well, a lack of a schedule doesn't just push work back. It invites a huge snowball effect of distractions. Because he didn't block out time for his Hindi test or English project, Monu's afternoon completely devolves. He's glued to the TV, what the story aptly calls the idiot box, totally ignoring his mother's clear warnings that his marks are going to suffer. And the moment his friends show up, he's right back outside. The day is literally just slipping through his fingers. This right here is a crucial turning point. Manu brushes off his mom's concern with a promise to study in the evening, and then he adds this absolutely staggering justification. He says, as far as marks are concerned, it is up to luck whether it is good or bad. No way, right? By refusing to create a schedule, he has actively postponed his work and mentally delegated his future success entirely to mere chance. He's completely surrendered his own agency. Let's move to part 3 and see how this builds the Monday reality check. When Monday hits, the consequences of those Sunday scheduling choices are realized in black and white. For Sonu, who scheduled his preparation early, it goes beautifully. He gets good marks, his project is fully prepared, and he gets plenty of praise from everyone. But for Monu? Yeah, it's an absolute disaster. His work is incomplete, resulting in a pretty severe reprimand from his teacher. And honestly, it only gets worse when they get home. Monu brings back what the source literally translates to as dirty numbers on his tests. Ouch. His evening basically becomes a gauntlet of reprimands. His parents point out that he always lags behind simply because he constantly postpones things. The lack of a schedule hasn't just cost Monu a good grade, it's cost him the respect of his teachers and his parents. Part 4. Making your own luck. Confronted with his terrible grades, Manu's immediate reaction is to cry out, "Papa, what should I do? My luck is going bad." Now, this is the ultimate false rationalization. People without schedules almost always blame external forces for their failures. Manu truly believes he was just unlucky. He is completely blind to the fact that his failure was mathematically guaranteed the very moment he chose to ignore scheduling his study session. And this brilliantly illustrates the moral core of our story, which is summed up perfectly by their father, Mohit. He says, "The person who always keeps postponing his work for tomorrow and depends on his luck can never progress. We are taught to make our own luck." Think about it. Both boys had the exact same amount of free time. Utilizing your time through disciplined scheduling is quite literally the only way to manufacture your own luck and stay high in everyone's eyes. So how do we actually build this framework in our own lives? Well, 1. Don't postpone work. Tackle those hard tasks when you have the energy, which is usually first thing in the morning. 2. Utilize time proactively. Treat your free time as a valuable resource to be actively scheduled, not just passively consumed. And 3. Stop depending on chance. Mano finally realizes this truth by the end, promising to follow a schedule moving forward so he can finally take control of his own outcomes. Which brings us to a question I want to leave you with today. What are you postponing until tomorrow? Are you acting like Sonu, actively scheduling your priorities to guarantee success? Or are you kind of acting like Monu, distracted by the idiot box, just crossing your fingers that luck will somehow save you? You absolutely have the power to make your own luck, but it all starts with your schedule. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.